Hello, welcome back to our channel. It's been a couple of weeks, I think, since the last video, and I have some updates. So, first things first, I am 20 weeks pregnant now. Bump is getting rather large, halfway there, and I'm ready, well, kind of, for the baby to be here. It's just like so hard, much harder to be pregnant with a kid already. So I'm just like, it's not been a bad pregnancy, but I'm just like kind of over it sometimes, like over being pregnant. But you know, I got to play the waiting game and be patient. I'm going through baby boy's clothes right now, so that I can get everything washed. My mom asked me one more time about when we're gonna start doing the nursery. I'm gonna lose my mind. So this is for you, Mom. I'm starting. I keep telling her, I'm like, last time with Romy, we literally moved a month and a half before I gave birth. So we did everything in that month and a half, and it was fine. Like, we're kind of last minute type people. So she's just like, oh, well, you need to go ahead and get it done before, like, why wait? And I'm like, because there are so many other things that we can be doing. And we don't have like a dresser yet or the crib yet. So I'm gonna like wash all these clothes. These are all like stuff, well, not everything, but some of the stuff is hanging. So I did buy hangers so I can put all that stuff up, but everything else, I'm just gonna like fold it and put it back in a bin. So it's kind of like pointless, but oh well, at least I'm getting something done. Okay, so we went for our anatomy scan maybe last week or the week before. Yeah, it was last week because I was like 19 weeks when we went. So I think it was, I'm pretty sure it was last week. Anyway, it doesn't matter. And everything looks good with baby boy. He's measuring good. I think he's gonna be long like Romy because according to his measurements, my due date is like 3 or 4 days before when my original due date was, but we're keeping my due date as January 1st as of right now because I think he'll just be long. Romy's really tall for her age. She wasn't super long at birth. She was like 21 inches, I think, which is like average, but I know she's gonna be tall and she has long legs like Terrence. So this baby will probably be the same, not taking after me because I'm short. The only thing that they did tell me with the anatomy scan was that my placenta is 0.75 centimeters away from my cervix. So obviously the baby has to come out of your cervix eventually, and the placenta can't be blocking it when that's happening. And apparently, like per their protocol, if the placenta is within 2 centimeters of your cervix, when it's time to give birth, they don't want you to do a vaginal birth. They'd rather you do a C-section, which I don't want to do. So my midwife said that she's not concerned about it, like because it's so early, and usually when it's this early, the placenta like moves up as your uterus grows. So she wasn't concerned. She was just letting me know. But she said that if I wanted to take all precautions, then I could go on pelvic rest, and just like kind of chill out a little bit, which is a little bit hard for me to do. But I decided that I'm doing like a modified pelvic rest, I guess. I'm not being like extreme, but I have started going a little bit lighter at the gym, and no running or jumping. So, and I've been trying to stay away from the bike, just because it, you know, like causes a lot of pressure in your pelvis. So I have another scan at my next appointment, which is in September, and they'll just measure then and see, you know, make sure it's moving in the right direction. Usually I wouldn't have another ultrasound. They do like the anatomy scan and that's it. And so I'm kind of excited that I'll get to see him again, because on this scan, he was like all over the place. He was kicking and punching, and he kept turning his head. We got some really cute pictures of him, but he was like moving around, and I can feel him moving all the time. I don't know if I said this before, but I've been able to feel him move for a while, a lot sooner than with Romy. So yeah, he's always like kicking. I do feel like the Braxton Hicks contractions have been, I don't want to say worse than my first pregnancy, but I've just been feeling them a lot lately. And I went to the gym on, what day was it? Wednesday, and lifted, did no cardio, but the whole day yesterday I was like having Braxton Hicks like every time I was like on my feet for more than a couple of minutes, so it was kind of uncomfortable. So I just need to like actually go light. It's like hard to do, not like I'm like super human strength or anything, but it's just hard to like chill out when you like feel fine, you know, like if your back is hurting or something like that, then it's easier to take a break or to like not go as heavy. But when like you feel physically fine, it's just difficult. But I'm going to do better. Just try to do like Pilates, a little bit less like strenuous type exercises, so that I can still stay active, because if I don't work out, I feel like I like lose my mind. It's like one of the things that keeps me sane. So it's important to me to like stay active. What else? So that's kind of probably it as far as baby goes. We have made no progress on the nursery. Like I said, it is a disaster area in here. This is like the cleanest part, and it still looks a mess. I did get these little, or I already had the shelf, but I got the little bins to put just like random stuff in. Right now I have some like swaddles and I think some blankets in there. And I'll get it more organized as far as like what I want to actually keep in there once I start getting the nursery ready, but slowly I'll get there. But I think that's probably it with the baby like updates. As far as school, I finished my first quarter of school, so I'm done for 2 weeks. I have like a 2-week break, and then the next quarter starts, and got 4.0 so far, so that's great. This quarter was like not hard at all. It wasn't like anything like mind-blowing that I had to learn or anything like that. So I think they just kind of ease you into it. But next quarter I'll be taking 2 courses, so I think it will get a little bit more difficult just to juggle everything, and the courses will be a little bit harder. So we'll see how that goes. But I'm happy that this quarter went well, and yeah, it's going good so far. As far as the job goes, I got a job last week or the week before last. I actually got a couple offers, which felt good after like applying to so many places, and just like for some reason, well, not for some reason, I know why, but a lot of places use AI now to look at your resume, and like automatically, I guess if you don't have like certain stuff on your resume, it like bumps back and like denies you, which is so annoying, because like anyone that's ever applied for a job knows that you can be qualified for a position and not have like one certain word on your resume that AI will recognize. So I felt like that was happening a lot. And I was kind of applying for some jobs that I probably wasn't qualified for, but I just was like taking a shot. Anyway, it felt good to get some offers after all of that. So I got an offer for a position that was in person. And I was kind of excited about that one. I was gonna take it, and then after my interview, Like, I felt good about the interview and everything, and I really liked the people that I interviewed with, and I felt like I would enjoy working with them. But I came home and I was like thinking to myself, well, out loud to Terrence too. I was like, I really don't want to be away from home like 5 days a week. Because it was like normal 9 to 5, Monday through Friday position. And I've talked about it before, but my positions the past 7 years, like my past 2 jobs have been work from home. So that's what I'm very like comfortable with. And not to mention I'm pregnant, and I was like spoiled in that I got to be home with Romy a lot when she was little, well, all the time, like every day, and spend so much time with her. And so just thinking about not being able to do that was like, I don't know, I just didn't feel good about it. And oh, I forgot that I didn't get this. So I like, the more I thought about it, I was just like, I don't know, like if I really want to do this. And then I was just like putting, this is so cute, like factoring everything in, you know, like I get up at 5, if I want to go to the gym, then that's another 2 hours before I get home. By the time I get home, it's time for Romy to go to bed, and I haven't spent any time with her that day. And so it'd be like only the weekends I get to spend time with her, which I know that's like reality for a lot of people, unfortunately. But I was like, I really don't want to do that if I don't have to. So anyway, I was like reconsidering. This was even before I got the offer. I was reconsidering taking the offer before I got the offer. And then I had another interview that was already scheduled. And I was like, dang, like, I feel like I would be stupid to like wait and see if the next interview, if I get that, you know, like, I don't know if that makes sense. But so I had another interview, and turns out I ended up getting offered that position the same day, and that job is remote, fully remote. And I was like, okay, this is a sign. So it was like in the time frame where I still hadn't replied yet to the offer. I had gotten the offer. Sorry, I forgot to say that. I had gotten the offer for the first job that was in person. And it was still in the time frame where I had time to respond to them. I hadn't responded yet about accepting or not. And so I was like, oh yes, this is a sign. I'm like taking the remote position. So I let the first job know, you know, that I wasn't going to take it, and I accepted the second position. So I feel really good about it, and I'm like excited about like the job and starting something new. I don't start until September, so I still have some time before I start. And yeah, I'm just like looking forward to it. I think it'll be good to be home. It's still gonna be a little bit different because it'll be during the day, and I will need like quiet time. So my mom is gonna watch Romy like 2 days a week in order for Terrence and I both to have like a completely silent house to be able to get work done. And then we're kind of just gonna figure out the other days as we go. We're thinking about putting her in a half-day preschool, but we have to figure out all the logistics of that as well. So still some things to figure out, but for the most part, I'm excited about the new job, and you know, being able to be home with Romy, and when the baby comes, being able to be home with the baby. So yeah, and I've already told them I'm pregnant. That was like stressing me out. Obviously I can't help it to, you know, that I'm pregnant, like, and I'm looking for a job at the same time. But yeah, it was like just in the back of my head, like I just didn't want anyone to like feel like I was, I don't know, trying to be like sneaky or anything by not telling them in the interview. But I told them before I accepted, or when I accepted the offer. So that's how the internet told me to do it. So that's how I did it. Yeah, I think those are all the updates right now. Terrence has been gone for 4 days working. He's been so busy this month. So I'm ready. He comes home today. He's actually on his way home now. So I'm ready for him to be home so I can get a little bit of a break. Even though my mom has come and helped, but like all day long, she's not here. So I'm ready for him to be home, and it's just not the same when he's not here. So yeah, I'm gonna go throw these clothes in the washing machine, and I will keep you guys posted on any other updates that pop up. Thanks for watching. Bye.